Hey everyone, Tom and Bunny here, and I know we're getting ready to watch our next video, and if you find this video useful or some of the videos in the past, please do us a favor by booking your travel through us at tomstrips.com or give us a call at 1-800-285-0853 and I can answer any questions and get you booked on your next lifestyle vacation.
Hey y'all, you're listening to Tom and Bunny, and these are our opinions on what works for us in the consensual non-monogamy lifestyle. What works for us may or may not work for you. You can watch all of our videos and listen to our podcast at www.tomandbunny.com. That's www.tomandbunny.com. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tom and Bunny. Enjoy our show.
Welcome, we're Tom and Bunny.
We are, and man, that is a long intro.
Yeah, but you got to tell people how to get in contact with us. Watch our YouTube, our Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Right?
We haven't done that intro in a long time.
We're back.
So we are now officially stationed in the Nashville area.
We are officially Nashvillians.
Nashvillians?
Well, Tennesseans.
So, we're just figured we would just ramble about what's happening in the world of Tom and Bunny.
You know, we've been getting out and about and finally starting to meet people in our area.
Yes, and we have gone out and met one couple for dinner.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, you know, life kind of gets in the way and we haven't been able to connect again, message each other back and forth, but we're starting our travel schedule again, so things are starting to get a little crazy on our end, but man, we're having a good time.
Absolutely. And if you're listening to this on a podcast, be sure to jump over to our YouTube, and you can actually watch this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You can see us.
You can see us semi-live.
So we have a funny story to tell you that when we moved, our official move from Alabama to Tennessee. Mm-hmm. So we lived in Alabama for 6 years. We lived a very quiet life there. We didn't really leave our house. When we were there, we kind of just stayed in our house. We'd go on the front porch. And we knew the neighbors very well, but we still stayed to ourselves.
That we did. And we didn't say anything to anybody, you know, didn't talk about our life outside of our little town.
Right. Most people didn't even know what we did for a living.
No. They just knew we worked from home. That was about it.
That was it. And so as we're moving, our neighbor brought us a housewarming gift.
She did. Well, she actually bought our house.
Well, she bought our house.
And she brought us this nice present. And the first one I opened up was a beautiful white picture frame.
Yeah.
And then I unwrapped the pineapple. The beautiful white carved pineapple. And I'm like, oh my gosh, pineapples. How did you know? I love pineapples.
It was the facial expression like, honey, we've known for years.
She did.
Was it tattooed on our forehead?
It must be. It must be. So, we're like... Finally, Tom was like, all right, I can't take it anymore. How long did they know? How did they know? So when we went to say goodbye, we had to ask her.
I had to
Tom
ask her.
had to ask her. I was like, so they know I don't want to know
and
anymore.
What sucks is I didn't have my hearing aids in because it was so humid. Just the sweat. I was worried that it would short out my hearing aids. So what do? We go there without hearing aids, and I ask, so you brought up the fact that you've known for years. How did you know? What's the story?
And
now Bunny has to answer this because I couldn't hear half of it.
So apparently our first haircut that we needed to get, Tom went and the daughter cut his hair for the first time.
And I didn't even like the way she cut my hair. I never went back. It was a one-time 15-minute haircut.
One-time 15-minute haircut. But we, of course, introduced ourselves as Tom and Bunny. Well, we must have gotten the Karen of hair cuttings she decided to look us up. Now, why would you just randomly look up new clients?
Right. And what did she Google? I mean...
Well, if you just... I know! What do you Google?
Well,
because our Facebook is locked down.
And we didn't give her our last name, did we?
No.
So it was just TomandBunny.
Well,
but
that in itself, but why would you...
I've never Googled somebody in the couple sense.
No, I haven't either. So
I've always Googled somebody when I knew their last name. I would Google their first and last name.
Okay, so it gets better. She told everybody.
She told the whole frickin' town.
So the minute our neighbor went back in for her haircut, she told her.
Yes. And she goes, do you know who your neighbors are?
And she goes, why would you even say something like that? And she says, because I Googled them. And then,
but the hairstylist was talking negative about us, and our neighbor defended us.
Yes. But it brings up the good point of the neighbor was telling us that there are a lot of people in our town that were.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't hear that part.
She said everybody, of course, tries to keep it on the download, but was that hairdresser? Is that why she randomly checked TomandBunny?
Could. Very well
She had heard the name? So she's going to cover her own butt by throwing somebody else under the bus?
That's true. I got to move over a little bit because our chairs are rubbing. But yeah, I was a little shocked. So now the hairstylist that I really liked, now I'm wondering if she knew.
Oh, I'm sure she knew.
But never said nothing.
But never said anything, no.
But it's awkward.
It is. It's very awkward. It's kind
of weird.
Now I know why no one wants to take me up on coming to visit.
Especially out of the lifestyle.
But because of course you know that if you're in the pineapple world, you do everybody. You do everybody.
Yeah, you have no criteria or levels or anything. What most people don't realize is that are not in the pineapple lifestyle, and this could be a little education, just because it's kind of like when people say, oh, that guy's gay, and the other guy grabs his butt like he's protecting it. Like every gay guy is going to jump on every straight guy and just butt rape him.
Right.
Well, I've never done that. No. I've never puckered and grabbed my butt and said, oh, he has to stay away from me. It's common sense, but I think people just feel the necessity to assume. And it's just like people in the lifestyle, people assume that you're just running around like a crazed person that just can't get their sexual addiction under control.
It's a bad representation of the life that we lead.
And unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the lifestyle that help perpetuate that bad reputation.
Yeah. You commonly call them vanilla hunters.
Vanilla hunters.
And you know what? It does. It really kind of hurts the rest of us on trying to make friends outside of the pineapple world.
Right.
Especially in a work setting or anything else. Now, I don't know if we radiate that we're pineapple people. Well, doing videos, doing videos and wearing an upside down pineapple from Partners ID.
Yep.
Yes, we radiate in our videos, but when
we're doing videos on the lifestyle. When we're not doing videos or going to clubs or events, I dress like this. Bunny doesn't dress like that.
No, absolutely, I don't.
No, Bunny actually is very respectful of other families, their kids, and just general people in public.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I was going to say is that do we radiate it because we're friendlier than most people because this is what we do? I mean, but we've always been friendly regardless.
We follow the pineapple. We are all about hospitality.
We are, way before.
And welcoming.
So
way before.
The same neighbors, the first Thanksgiving dinner we went to with their family, their son called us out too.
Did he?
To them. And he said they are...
Oh, but not in front of us.
No. Afterwards, he goes, they're pineapple people. And she goes, why would you even say something like that?
Now, I have an assumption that him and his wife are, because if somebody, I mean, it's like me walking up going, out of the blue going, that's a Corvette owner. How am I going to know that that guy owns a Corvette and it's tucked away in his garage under a cover? Right. I don't know.
Because if I remember correctly, I went to Thanksgiving in a long sleeve shirt and jeans.
Yes. So unless, I assume when people call out other people, they tend to be in the lifestyle themselves, and they're trying to be discreet themselves, but they'll out somebody, and I don't agree with that.
No, and we have had that happen. A friend of ours, and she helped us with a video, and one of her family members found it on another meet and greet site and told the family.
Yeah.
Now that is just wrong. If you're on that site too, and you see a family member or a friend, why are you going to throw them under the bus because you're there too?
Well, that's where I say some people perpetuate the negativity. We honestly don't care who knows about us. Obviously, we don't want it to affect our personal life in a negative way as far as violence, because there are some people that just think that because we're doing it, somebody's spouse is going to do it, and because of that, they want to go and get testosteroned up and everything. But I don't understand why people would intentionally try to hurt somebody. And that was a club tour video that Bunny's talking about, and we immediately took it down. They called us and they said, hey, we have a problem. And before they were finished, we didn't even ask them to explain. If somebody's in our video and they don't want to be in our video, model release, no model release, whatever, they're off the video. We don't do these to make money. We do them for educational purposes, and we don't want to hurt somebody.
No, exactly.
Or their reputation.
No. And you know what? And that's what it is. We like to go out and enjoy the company of both pineapple people and vanilla people, but we don't want somebody calling us out either if we're not in that situation.
Right.
Like if we're in a regular bar and we're talking with people that you don't know and you know us from the pineapple world, don't come up and say, hey, TomandBunny, how are you doing? Because you don't know what setting we're in.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, we wouldn't do that with anybody we saw.
No.
I mean, we would, if we wanted to say hi, we'd do it in a discreet way where if they walk to the bathroom or something.
Well, in California, we used to run into people all the time from the club that we ran when we were out socially. And I would just kind of make eye contact, and then if they wanted to come up and say hello, then they could come up and say hello. But if they're with family and friends, I'm not going to go up and say, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you last Saturday night at the club.
Right.
No, that's not my business to.
Now, fortunately, we are in a position that we ran a club, and we work for a adult lifestyle travel agency. So we have heard stories of people calling people's work and throwing them under the bus. Why? I mean, now you're taking away someone's livelihood.
Well, the worst one is when they're calling somebody's ex-husband or ex-wife and telling them. And
now the child.
Now
a custody battle starts.
Oh, it's just it. You know, unfortunately, we've heard the horrors. We know the positives. We've also heard the horror stories behind everything, and it's just not right.
It isn't right. And so to go along with that, to keep it a little more positive, so we move into our new house. Now, Bunny's phone has a nice outgoing voicemail message that says, hi, you've reached Bunny with Tom's Trips, your leader in adult lifestyle vacations.
Yeah.
And I don't give out my number because Bunny answers her phone all the time anyway, so we always give out Bunny's number. And we didn't think about the voicemail. And our new neighbors called us, and Bunny let it go to voicemail, and next thing you know, she's watching our videos. She's Googled us. She's checked out our travel agency. And they have zero problems with it.
No, not at all.
And we also live not too far away from each other in California. We didn't know them in California, and we're in a small community here. Mm-hmm. We hope that if the other neighbors know, that they at least don't get offended.
Right. And
or
they respect,
avoid us.
They respect our privacy as we would theirs.
Yeah, we just had a neighbor come over and yesterday, a different neighbor, and he was talking, and I said, yeah, we're getting ready to go to Jamaica and everything. And they know we work for a travel agency. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'd like to hear about your travel agency. And that isn't cue enough for me to tell somebody. I want them to outright tell me. So I was like, oh, we're just a very small mom and pop, 27 years in the business travel agency. And we enjoy our job, and just dropped it. And he didn't bring up anything else.
No. I did have somebody one time contact me and ask me if I could book him a Disney cruise. Disney for adults, maybe, but not for your family.
Not for your family. So we recently just went to our first club in Nashville.
We did. We went to the Red Room.
Yes.
And we had the time of our lives. It was a very, very nice club.
We went for a friend's birthday, and we met this couple and single female unicorn in Jamaica years ago.
Yeah.
And we became friends with them outside of Jamaica, and we're always on the phone with them. And now they moved back to Nashville, and I always joke that I said, if you move back to Nashville, we'll move to Nashville. And so it was his birthday. So we ran over to the Red Room, and we didn't tell the Red Room we were coming, because usually we talk to the clubs before we go. But we wanted it to be about his birthday.
Yes.
So we just signed up and did everything, paid the entrance and membership online. And that was a very cool experience. With an ego stroke. I'm trying to find the right word.
With an ego stroke?
Well, because when we're out there, a gentleman comes out and he immediately gets on the radio and he says, all right, everyone, Tom and Bunny are here. And I was like, whoa. I mean, obviously our names are on the membership, and we never expect anyone to know who we are.
No.
That would be arrogant.
Yeah, we just don't expect you to know who we are.
Yeah, but damn it, know who we are. Just kidding. So the guy tells us, hey, go get in, get a tour. I do want to talk to you after you get all settled. And we're like, okay. So we get a tour. This club is clean.
Very, very clean.
It's probably one
very
of the cleanest clubs we have seen. I mean, there's clean, but this was like, it's been open for years.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how many years.
But it looked like it was just open that day.
And it smelled nice and fresh.
Smelled fresh. Everything was just proper and in its place.
And the staff was ultra friendly.
Yes, I just can't. We look at clubs when we go in, and the cleanliness says a lot about their care for their members.
It really does. It really does. And running a club, it's not easy work. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that most people don't realize. And to have that type of a club, as big as it was, be that clean is just phenomenal.
Right. Now the bar was a BYOB bar. Mm-hmm. We kept our bottles at the table, right?
Yep.
And then they supplied everything except for Red Bull. You could get Red Bull, but there was a small fee for that. They had little snacks. They didn't have a full menu or a full food thing, just chips, crackers, and stuff like that. They did allow single males on Friday night. Single males may walk around the club. On Saturday night, single males have to stay near the bar. Mm-hmm. And some people have different opinions on that. We actually, not our club, so we're good either way. But I think it's good because there's a lot of clubs that don't even allow single men at the club. So
Right,
at least at
exactly.
this club, they have the opportunities to meet people. And I'll tell you what, there was probably about 2 or 3 single guys there, and there was a bunch of people talking to them around the bar. You can invite them to your table,
Yep.
but they had a group of people. So there are a lot of couples out there looking for single men. So yeah, what a prime place to go and be one of 3.
Exactly. And for people to know that you're there.
Exactly. So they have 2 play areas. They have one where couples and single men can go into. And then they have a couples area, but the way they explained it is me and Bunny had to go in as a couple, and I couldn't leave or come back alone. We had to leave and come back. Bunny, however, could go in alone, out alone, and she could bring a single guy in there alone. But he couldn't walk in and out without
Correct.
an attachment.
Very correct.
So they did have a Motor Bunny. So we got to give shout outs to Motor Bunny. That is the turbo vibrators.
We're going to be represented here pretty soon.
Yeah, so Motor Bunny has a nice new neon sign, and so they're mailing us one to put somewhere in our backdrop.
I'm thinking like right behind your head.
Right
That way.
that way. Will they be able to see it? I hope it's
Yeah.
big enough.
We just got to kind of go like
Yeah,
that.
you just got to kind of move our heads. And, yeah, 'cause this is kind of an awkward... we don't have our iconic bar behind us that
No,
we had for 8 years.
No. But you know what? It's all new. So we get to start over all fresh.
Yeah. So they had a dance floor. The one cool thing is they had a selfie room. You could have your phones out in there, but they did very specifically say, do not have your camera open. You could text or, because, you know, you got friends coming and going, or you got kids and babysitters. They totally get that. But they made an area and they decorate the area for each theme. So, and they have a coat check, but the coat check wasn't open because it was pretty hot outside.
That was.
So, we got settled in, and we were talking to the gentleman, and he says, "You don't know me, but we talked 6 years ago on the phone." And I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "I was emailing you asking some questions, and you were busy, and you said, 'Hey, I'm busy right now. Could we just make a phone call? Because going back and forth on emails takes a long time, and you got to type every word for word out. So it's just easier to answer the question or ask questions and get a conversation." And he said that phone call changed his life, and him and his wife have got into the lifestyle based on that conversation. I referred him to another club. We had never been to that club, but it was a close club to them. So I just said, "Hey, start off going here, and then you can always
Finagle your way around.
finagle to a different club, and you'll figure out, like we say, go to this restaurant. You may not like it, but you go find other restaurants in that genre."
Right. You always want to jump around and see where your happy place is.
Right. But that was very exciting to meet somebody that we had an effect on
Especially that long ago.
that long ago. And he goes, "You're the reason I'm here tonight. I'm normally not here, and I came in tonight just to meet you guys." And I'm like, "That is so cool."
Yeah.
And I said, we do club tours because we don't really just throw it out there because some clubs can get scared off. And we do love to do club tours. And I said, we do club tours. And he goes, "Yes." And I said, "We would be happy to do your club." And he goes, "We are prepared for that." And next thing you know, he called over his manager, and he introduced his manager to us. And in the middle of October, or after the middle of October, when we get back from Jamaica, we're going to set up a date and time to go down to their club. And I said, and they're like, "We could pick a day." And I said, "No, we like to go in an hour before you open. Everything is set up. All your lights are on. your mixers, your bar, dance floor, everything. That way it's ready to go. Now that we've been in the club, we have an idea of what we're going to talk about, and we were in there, and we know what we like. We never talk negatives about clubs. We would never do a video. We did not truly endorse a club.
No. I'm thinking more like the 1st of November, because now we're going to be pushing into Halloween decorations, and we like to give you what the club looks like when it's not in a holiday season.
Right.
So that way you get a better feel for what the club is really like without all their decorations up.
Right. You can talk a little, because I was just rambling.
I know you were just rambling.
I'm sorry.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Well,
but yeah, so we're definitely getting back into the club tour. So we're going to be taking care of that probably in November.
Yeah, this weekend we're going to the Corral, and we just did. It's a 30-minute club tour. It's one of our longer ones, but it's such a big club.
It's a big
with
club.
So much going on, from themed rooms to the pool area to the dance floor, the bar. There was just so much. We had to do it in little segments.
So we're going to be out there this weekend, and we're going to party with them for their halfway to Hito party.
We're going to bring our 360 photo booth, and we're going to invite people to jump on our photo booth. We personally can't share those unless people give us permission. But when we go to events, if possible, we bring a 360 photo booth where you stand in the middle of it and the camera circles you, and you're dressed in your theme outfit or dressed to the night. It's just a great way to have a memory of that night.
And just to have fun.
And just to
show
have
people
fun.
You're having a good time, yes.
And then we email you a link where you can download the video or share it from that link.
So if you want to put it on your social media, you could do it.
We actually ask you to put it on your social media
Yes,
or your
we do.
LS social media.
Yeah.
Into your pineapple world.
Yep. So we've been kind of rambling here for quite a while.
And that's what they're listening for.
I know.
They want to hear me talk.
Of course. Trust me, I live with him. I hear him talk.
Our bosses say I talk too much. Our bosses would love our videos to be 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes.
And I say, no, we got to be at least a half an hour.
So speaking of it on a half an hour, we do have another video we have to do.
Oh, wait a minute here, but we didn't tell them what club we're going to.
We did.
Did we?
We said we're going to the Corral.
Did we say that?
Yes, we did.
Oh, my gosh.
In Spring Grove, Pennsylvania.
Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. TheCorral.com. Check them out. And November 11th, we're going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the On the Border party. It's at an event center.
I don't know. I just booked the hotel.
Yeah. So we're
just follow.
Yeah, the party's Saturday night, but we're going to get there Friday, so that way we're fresh on Saturday, and we'll head home on Sunday.
Yes.
So, yeah, and then we go to Jamaica.
Yep.
For 2 different events, September 28th through October 15th. Just a couple days.
Just a few.
So, if you want to travel with us, and you want to have a good time, call us. Here, I'll put it up on the deal. I think it's this one right here. Tom's Trips. It's 800-285-0853. And guess who answers the phone?
Me.
Bunny does.
Me.
So if you want to talk to Bunny, call the 800 number.
Don't just call him talk to me. You got to call him book.
You got to call him book. Yeah, we're not getting the number just for conversation times. Although we do have people that call periodically, and they are genuinely asking questions about the pineapple world and stuff like that. If permitted, Bunny will take a few minutes and answer their questions. But obviously, her time really is meant for booking travel to hedonism, the cruises, Dominican Republic, and Cancun.
Yeah, because just like you guys have a Monday through Friday 8 to 5 or whatever your schedule is. So do we.
Yours is 8 in the morning till whenever you go to bed.
Till I go to bed. It's attached to me.
Bunny said we work from home earlier in the video. The technical is we work from the phone. Mm-hmm. So when we're in our car, we're in Jamaica, we're at the Corral in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. We're always working.
Yes. Phone in hand, laptop close by.
Yep. So, all right. If you have any questions, let us know. And if you want us to do a video on our podcast on something specific, go to TomandBunny.com. It's right there on the bottom of your screen if you're watching us. And there is a contact us link. Feel free to contact us and give us your suggestions, because a lot of times we do things with what we see on Facebook trending, but we would like to more personalize the videos of what the questions are not being asked.
Yes, and there's a lot of them, and I know a lot of people have a lot of different questions, and definitely if we can try to answer the question for you and get you the right information, then we would love to do it for you.
Yep.
Or just give you our opinion, because
our opinion matters. Or not.
Or not.
All right, so we did the intro at the beginning of the video, our podcast. Now we're going to do the exit, and we're going to go on to our next video and we're going to get those started coming up for you guys.
Yes.
All right.
So we will see you guys soon.
We'll see you guys soon. Hey everyone, thank you for listening to our podcast, and be sure to check out our videos and other podcasts on our website, TomandBunny.com. Also, start meeting couples and singles today. We have several affiliate links to popular matchmaking websites on our website, and you get free time. So definitely check out our website and click those links and join those websites today.